हेलो फ्रेंड्स, इस वीडियो में हम बात करेंगे एक इंटरेस्टिंग कंपनी के बारे में जिसका नाम है वारी एनर्जी। सो लास्ट वीडियो में हमने बात की थी वारी रिन्यूएबल टेक्नोलॉजी, जो कि बेसिकली इसी ग्रुप की कंपनी है। बेसिकली यही कंपनी उसका सब्सटेंशियल शेयर होल्डिंग होल्ड करता है एंड वो ईपीसी में है। सो बेसिकली वो इंजीनियरिंग, प्रोक्योरमेंट एंड कंस्ट्रक्शन का काम करते हैं। वेयर एज वारी एनर्जी इज़ बेसिकली इनटू द मॉड्यूल, जो आपके सोलर मॉड्यूल और सोलर सेल अभी बनाते हैं। And they are doing really great in terms of overall numbers and production and everything, and they are one of the leaders when it comes to domestic solar module and cell production as well as export. So just to give you a sense in terms of what is their business model, how they are evolving and everything. So as of now, basically their business model is around making the solar module as well as solar cells, and इसको ये डोमेस्टिक मार्केट में भी सप्लाई करते हैं और एक्सपोर्ट मार्केट में भी सप्लाई करते हैं ना। अगर आज की तारीख में स्लाइसिंग देखें तो 60% ऑफ द उनका सेल जो आता है वो डोमेस्टिक मार्केट से आता है, और 35% जो सेल आता है वो आपका इंटरनेशनल मार्केट से आता है। एंड बेसिस दैट अगर इनके इस क्वार्टर के नंबर देखें तो उनका रेवेन्यू ग्रो हुआ है 119% से, एबिटा ग्रो हुआ है 167% से, और पैट ग्रो हुआ है 118%। सो सिंपली अ गुड सेट ऑफ नंबर्स। And just to give you a sense, or in terms of putting the parity, a company currently trading at a multiple of 23. So 23 के मल्टीपल पे एक कंपनी जो ट्रेड कर रही है वो ट्रेड कर रही है, ग्रो कर रही है मोर देन 100%. Now if I'll come to the overall growth expectation for this year for this company, so this company categorically said that इस साल में उनका जो total EBITDA रहने वाला है that will be in between 5,500 to 6,000 crore. So which means अगर मैं उसको कन्वर्ट करूँ पैट टर्म से, और अगर उनका फॉरवर्ड मल्टीपल निकालूँ बेसिस FY26 ओनली, सो उनका मल्टीपल कुछ 22.5 आता है। तो विच मीन्स फॉर नेक्स्ट 1 क्वार्टर, एंड सिंस उन्होंने नेक्स्ट ईयर का भी गाइडेंस नहीं दिया है विच इज़ एक्सपेक्टेड इन next quarter's call or next to next quarter call, the number seems to be well in sync when it comes to the overall growth projection and PE and everything. Now coming to other pieces of the business, as we speak company says that उनकी ऑर्डर बुक है वो 60,000 करोड़ की है। अब 60,000 करोड़ की ऑर्डर बुक को अगर हम ब्रेक करेंगे तो उसमें से जैसे 65% जो ऑर्डर बुक है वो एक्सपोर्ट की है, एंड 35% ऑर्डर बुक इज़ फॉर डोमेस्टिक। एंड जस्ट टू गिव यू अ सेंस, जो एक्सपोर्ट के जनरली ऑर्डर होते हैं उन पे मार्जिन हाई होता है, तो अगर रेशो उस तरीके से चेंज होने वाला है तो वो काफ़ी अच्छा है कंपनी के लिए। एंड इस नंबर को भी जस्ट टू पुट इन कॉन्टेक्स्ट, इस साल का उनका भी जो 12 मंथ्स का रोलिंग 12 मंथ का रेवेन्यू देखेंगे तो डैट इज़ 23,000 करोड़। सो 23,000 करोड़ के पिछले 12 महीने के रेवेन्यू के अगेंस्ट में अगर आपके पास ऑर्डर बुक है 60,000 करोड़ की, जिसमें भी हाई मार्जिन वाले ऑर्डर ज़्यादा हैं, तो डेफिनेटली द ग्रोथ विल बी रिलेटिवली हायर, बिकॉज I assume that they have not given the guidance and everything, but let's assume अगर ये order book they have to execute in let's suppose 1 year or 1.5 year, then also we can assume that 50% growth तो आनी चाहिए. So that's around the order book and everything. Now coming to their capacity and everything, so उनके मॉड्यूल की कैपेसिटी, सोलर मॉड्यूल की कैपेसिटी एज वी स्पीक दे हैव 23 गीगावाट का कैपेसिटी, विच इज़ इनफैक्ट कैपेसिटी नहीं है, उन्होंने प्रोडक्शन किया है, विच इज़ अ 94% इंक्रीज वर्सेस लास्ट ईयर। एंड अगर हम सेल का कैपेसिटी लें तो उनका जो सेल का कैपेसिटी है वो 5.4 गीगावाट है, विच इज़ अगेन 35% इंक्रीज ओवर लास्ट ईयर। नाउ कुछ एनालिस्ट ने यहाँ पे कंसर्न रेज की थी कि उनकी जो सेल की कैपेसिटी है उसका यूटिलाइजेशन समवेयर इन लास्ट क्वार्टर दिसंबर में कुछ 55% यूटिलाइजेशन था, जिसपे मैनेजमेंट ने क्लैरिफाई किया है कि एज वी स्पीक जनवरी में वो यूटिलाइजेशन अराउंड 80% पहुँच गया है, और धीरे धीरे वो 100% 90% तक पहुँच जाएगा मार्च तक। सो विच इज़ अ गुड थिंग। प्लस उनका कुछ ट्रांजिशन हो रहा है कि करंट सेल टाइप से G12R टाइप, तो मैनेजमेंट सेड दैट देयर कुड बी some kind of a teething issue, but ultimately it is going to sort of increase. That's what their viewpoint was. Now coming back to so this is about this. Second is the bigger piece over there is one is अगर हम दूसरी सोलर कंपनीज की बात करेंगे इंडिया में, जैसे 2 मेजर और प्लेयर है सोलर के अंदर, एक MV फोटो समथिंग, एंड सेकेंड इज देयर इज प्रीमियर एनर्जी. सो आई विल मेक वीडियो फॉर बोथ दीज कंपनीज एज वेल दैट हाउ दे आर शेपिंग एंड एवरीथिंग. सो अगर उनके कॉन्टेक्स्ट में डालेंगे तो वाइल MV का ग्रोथ इज ओके, okay, and premium is also okay. I'll put that comparator as well. तो sales growth perspective से वारी is the leader. They have grown more than 100%. बाकी दो उसके आसपास भी नहीं है. Only thing where I feel like some of the concern, or probably I want to understand deeper while understanding कि जो वारी का EBITDA margin है, that is around 24% or 25%, which is an increase over last time. But जो बाकी दो competitor है बड़े, उनका EBITDA margin is around 30%. So why their margin is higher, that I need to understand. While management keep on saying कि उनका जो EBITDA margin है वो sustainable है, जो 24-25% का margin है उनका, that's sustainable they said, and they said they'll keep on taking initiative in terms of the cost optimization, efficiency and all those things, so they'll keep on improving, and operating leverage will also come of course. But as of now their EBITDA margin is lower, which I need to understand why it is, if I manage to get something around that. But coming to the second bigger piece which is interesting about this company also has a subsidiary in US as well as in Oman. So Oman में basically इन्होंने क्यों subsidiary बनाई है, because इनको before coming to that, the Wari one, they are getting into next level of growth or transition, where they say that currently we are Wari 1.0, wherein they are more into the solar module and solar cell. Now we will get into the Wari 2.0, wherein we will get into the backward integration, which is more profitable, which is like solar ingot, solar wafer, and they will get into that. At the same time, they will get into power adjacency area, something like they are getting into the smart meter, they are getting into transformer, they are getting into inverter. Moreover, they have done some capex around the BESS, which is battery energy storage system, which is again a big theme these days. And fourth is they are coming into the green hydrogen as well. So management is completely into the power sector, all the capexes and everything, and they are getting into that lead. So few of the management, something like if I'll take an example of Premier Energy, they are just thinking about it, but these guys are already way ahead in the execution, and they are doing everything around that. So that's a good thing, and which is actually because when we talk about the order book of 60,000 crore, that's more around the solar module and solar cell. But let's suppose tomorrow they'll completely into the wafer and the ingots, and while revenue may show a relatively increase, but because that backward integration may the raw material cost will come down, but the profitability will increase completely. So that's where they are investing. So I was coming to, they have the subsidiary in Oman, which will help them in terms of creating the ingots and wafers and everything. They have recently started that. And second, they have the subsidiary into US, where they have done the acquisition and everything. So that's where that US subsidiary helps them in terms of doing the US sales and everything, because that's where the major concern these days coming is this US tariff and all those things. So if we'll see, US tariff does not impact them. In fact, in their due to their local production and due to this tariff piece, their actual realization in US is increased. So which is in a very good thing. And at the same time, for US tariff perspective also, they clarified that tariff applicability happens basis where the sale has been produced. So for US sales perspective, they are not taking sales from India, because India captures the 50% tariff. So that's where they are optimizing. Management is doing right thing in terms of increasing the profitability and everything. There were few concern around the 2-3 things. One is Indonesia market, there is anti-dumping duty initiated for India solar products. So that's what management said, that we are trying to comply with the rule of law. So but we don't know how much sale comes from the Indonesia, so not sure how much it will have impact. And second, they raised that they had some kind of a case in US against them for anti-dumping or some kind of a governance piece, where they have already done the provision of some 200-300 crores. So that management said, we took the call or understanding from our lawyer, and we did the provision. So that's where they proactively did that. In terms of the cost optimization, many analysts raised the concern about the silver price, wherein they said that while it has moved up, but they are completely covered by the forward contract and everything. So they don't foresee per se that silver is going to impact their margins and everything. So that's okay from their side. In terms of growth perspective and everything, management remained quite gung ho and everything. So to my mind, while I will cover all the companies in solar sector, this seem to be the best company when it comes to current growth as well as the future growth initiative. That's how it looks like. Thank you.